everybody. Welcome to the show. It's called Hey, We're Talking, and this is how it goes.
Wow, that was pretty good, actually.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, you should record that sometime. Wait.
In that voice, too. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show.
That's like a cross between Jack Black and Adam Sandler.
2 stars.
That's what's so great about Derek is every once in a while he'll just throw something out that catches me perfectly, and I can't help myself from laughing.
Okay.
And it's just like all he said was 2 stars, but it got me.
I'm just glad you guys are getting along today.
We
Out
get
of
along
2.
all the time.
Out
Sure,
of 2.
everyone knows what I have to deal with.
Oh, please. All right. So today, on Wednesday, I'm looking over here like Wednesday's over there. On Wednesday, we talked about quitting jobs. And today, I know we should do a little Brady Bunch thing. Hey, let's go. All right. We are going to talk about a kind of conglomeration. Best summer jobs that we've ever had. And then Bob also said he wants to talk about I had a thing that I found on Forbes that was like happiest jobs. And I started going through it and I was like, some of these are just stupid. But Bob wants to kind of go down that path. So let's see what happens. Now, we started talking about what I would consider summer jobs. Now, Bob, when you worked at McDonald's, was it all year, like even during school, or did you just do it in the summer?
No, I did it all the time.
Okay. Derek, how about you with Pizza Hut? Same thing?
I was there for like a year and a half, so
Okay.
it was a while.
Was it high school, though?
I think I actually joined it after I graduated high school. So I was
Did you ever have? I guess your summer jobs. It sounded like from one of our previous episodes was you would help your dad do stuff around the house. Is that
No,
Yeah,
I build a well.
But that
that
was
can-
like
Chicken's built in 2 hours.
build whales?
Yes.
A whale house.
helping my dad out was pretty much all the time, year round, every weekend. But
Okay.
the thing I did for around the house for the summer was paint. I did paint the house during
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
a summer.
Yeah. So I started out doing like lawn cutting in probably like junior high, and then eventually graduated to McDonald's. Which what a horrible graduation when I was 16. But those were my usual kind of summer jobs. I worked at Little Caesars too, which was sort of fun because my buddy Bill worked there, so we worked together.
What did you do?
Just made pizzas. I did work at the drive-thru one time because the person that usually worked the drive-thru, because this was a pizza station. Okay, they had these things called Little Caesars Pizza Station, and you could actually order and go through a drive-thru and all this kind of stuff. Well, I had never done anything like that before, and I royally sucked at it. I didn't know how to put the orders in. I'd never been trained to do it. They just put me there, and so back in those days, if you messed up something on the register, it wasn't as easy to fix. And I put a price in for something, and it was like literally thousands of dollars when it should have been like a couple of dollars.
Thousands?
Yeah. And the guy was like
somebody ordered like 10,000 pizzas?
the guy's name was Vic, and I was like, Vic, and it was really busy. And I was like, Vic, I messed up on the register.
Michael
I
Vick.
put in too much. And he comes and looks at it and he goes, that's a big fucking overring, dude. And I was like, yeah, sorry. So there you go. That's my Little Caesars story. Little Caesars was the thing that was fun about Little Caesars. Derek, you were talking about making stuff. That was the fun thing, was at the end of the night, if you worked till close, they'd let you make a pizza. And Bill and I would make these pizzas. Like, you couldn't even eat them because we piled so much stuff on them that you'd take it home and you'd get to eat a piece of it, and the dough wasn't cooked because we had piled so much crap on it. So it was like gross. But then Bill figured out you just put it through the machine twice and it works. And I was like, how about put less toppings on it? What do you think?
That's why you pay attention and orientation at your
Exactly.
respective pizza place. That's rule 1 of pizza making. Don't overload the pizza.
Yeah.
Jeez. And let me tell you, all right, I also worked at a pizza place. It was Pizza Hut delivery driver.
Yeah.
You can make whatever you want. You can make whatever pizza you want and take it. It doesn't matter. We would trade with Sonic. We would. What are you talking about? You're mouthing words. Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, because my dogs are barking.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's respectful. I wonder if we should teach that to everyone on the show, Derek.
Hey, why don't you shut your hole?
Okay.
Um.
Have a nice day.
No, we would just. Whenever the general manager wasn't in, Robert, because he was like the numbers guy. He was always like, "All right, guy, you're using too much pepperoni on that pizza," and we'd be like, "Yeah, sure, thanks, whatever." But then whenever he was gone, the manager, we would just like make up like 5 huge pizzas, and they were like, "Run this to Sonic. They're gonna give us a whole bunch of burgers to trade."
Nice.
And then
That I'd never heard of anything like that before. We never did anything like that.
you know what? You were using failure of imagination. All right, because when the boss is away, when the cat's away, the mice will play, and so we would, whenever the big, when the big guy was gone, we would rip them off.
How old are you, Derek? I expected that phrase out of Scott, being an older gentleman, not from you. When the boss is away, the mice will, or whatever you said.
Dogs are away?
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
See, I expected that out of Scott, being an older
I'm an
lad.
old soul, Bob, and you and I are the same age. We are so much younger than Scott.
Yeah.
Not really.
That's a big trope
years?
on this show, is how Scott is ancient, and you and I were just so young.
Did you guys
True.
ever drink a Zima?
Yes.
Then you are not that much younger than me. So shut it. And by the way,
aged-
Zima
it was
back
aged
on the
10
shelves.
years, by the way.
Zimas are back on the shelves.
I had a Zima when I was 4 years old. So what?
You did not have a Zima when you were 4, and you know it.
Him and his dad was out there trying to build a whale.
A whale wall.
Here, boy, have a Zima. See if we can get this thing done.
We want to catch some whales out here in Texas.
Wait, I think they probably talk a lot slower than that, though.
Oh, yeah. But we had to speed it up just for the show. You
My
can't.
dad, you make him sound like he's some
Tall.
redneck. He was born in Virginia and raised all over Texas. He spent 6 weeks in Virginia.
I don't know why that sounded funny. Born in Virginia and raised all over Texas.
And
All
well,
over
my,
Texas, yeah.
my dad, we got to have my dad on the show sometime.
I know you and your brother. I mean, get a room with your dad. Seriously.
Well, what about?
I don't know.
what
I haven't
about-
heard your other brother talk, but both you guys are always like, my dad and my mom, I love so much. They're the best people in the whole world.
They were great. They were great.
are they
Although they didn't really prepare me socially. That's the only. Not that it's a gripe, but I had a pretty crappy haircut in school, and I wore not clothes. They didn't teach me how to be cool, and not that I'm cool now, but at least I have an idea of a way to steer my son. Now he is.
So they put all the teaching someone to be cool into Brandon. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that he
I shouldn't
figured
think
it
that
out.
way.
He watched me and said,
Yeah.
"I'm not gonna do that."
I'm going to be the exact opposite of what he
Yeah.
is.
That is
And-
exactly what younger brothers do.
And that's how.
Did you ever have a bowl haircut?
No,
I'm sure he did.
but
I did.
my haircut. I distinctly remember because I had fairly thick hair, and I had a part right here, like what?
A gentleman Jim haircut. Like a gentleman Jim haircut. That's what he has now.
And this was bad, and I would go to the barber shop, and I was like, "All right, guys, I want it to be long like that," and they were like,
That was cool then, though.
and they were
wasn't
like, "I don't know if you." They're like, "You don't really know what's cool, buddy," and my mom
it? Yeah,
was
the
like,
barber shop was like, you don't know what's cool.
They
Small
knew better
town
than
Texas.
me. They knew better.
That's when Derek walked out of there with an afro.
No,
By
I don't
the
know
way,
where I'm going with this story.
Or
It's
a
okay.
perm.
But
But your
I was
brother
not- I was not cool.
learned from your mistakes, is what you're saying.
yes, and that is my contribution to his life.
That's what my brother always says to me. I saw all the mistakes you made and did the opposite. And I was like, well, I'm glad I've been here for you.
Well,
Glad
that's
I
what
could be such a positive impact on your life.
Well, that's what you have to do. Look at people around you, not just your brothers, just people around you that have not done things well, and do the exact opposite. Become successful. That's all.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Could be your brothers, could be your friends, could be your neighbor.
Right.
Well, my brother certainly didn't learn my lesson from my first marriage.
Oh, man. That was
So
rough.
Speaking of your brother, Derek,
Straight for the jugular on that one.
I hope you're very
apparently, since he got divorced.
I hope you're close with Brandon.
I'm very close with Brandon.
Like, you need to be super close. So, because one day when he gets like an Emmy or what, I don't know, what do they get?
No, he
Is
won't
it
get
an
an
Emmy?
Emmy. He'll get a CMA award.
Grammys, maybe?
A Grammy, maybe,
Oh
too.
yeah, when he gets a Grammy, you want him to say your name up there. I want to thank my mom and dad, brother Derek.
I was going to say, I guarantee you that dad and mom will be first.
Yeah,
'Cause
but-
these
but-
guys love their parents.
But just imagine if Derek's name was said.
Guys,
That
I
would
have
be
my
cool.
own. I
I just love this podcast. I listen to. Hey, we're talking.
he mentions it at the Grammys.
I don't need Brandon Ray, to mention my name in a public forum. To feel good about myself, I get recognition and fame all by myself.
Well, here's the
Without
thing,
him.
Derek. You know, we've talked about this. In order
3,100 views, dude.
to
He
bring
doesn't
this
need us.
show to the next level, we need more listeners.
We need the Grammys to know about us, for sure.
Yeah, so if you are listening right now on the podcast, or if you are our priority, which is YouTube, you've got to make sure to share our content. Because if you share it, then we get more listeners, then we can bring the show to the next level.
Yeah, listen, I've talked to a couple of people now, and I've just said straight up. In fact, I talked to a guy last night, and that said he's been listening to the show that we all know. I won't say who it is, but I said, listen, man, be honest. Give us critical feedback on the show. Do you like it? What don't you like? And he was like, no, I really genuinely like the show. I listen to it every day that I'm on my way to work. I try to listen to it, and I really enjoy it. And I'm like, bro. So I went there. I was like, bro.
So so for the record, when Scott says bro about something, I've learned over the several years now, when he says
Serious.
bro, that's like his serious time. Like,
I'm
bro,
like, bro.
listen up.
Yeah.
So I said, bro, don't hold back. Like, just tell us if there's something you don't like. I want to know. I want to get better. He's like, no, I really enjoy it. I'm being honest. And I was like, all right. I didn't want to believe him, but apparently he thinks it's okay.
So
Scott,
did
you gotta
tell him to
believe in
share the
yourself.
show.
What's that?
Go ahead,
Has he-
Derek.
I was like, Scott, you gotta have confidence in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself.
It's not that I don't believe in myself. It's that I want to be good at it. I want to be better. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be better.
You're great. I think you're awesome,
That's awesome, but I want to be awesomer.
and you're very handsome.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, the crap is piling up in here, but what we have to figure out is how do we get people to share this show? And that's for you. Wait, let me get a little
The
closer.
listener and the viewer.
Yeah, my finger's dirty.
Yeah, it is.
You, the listener and viewer, to share our content. Go to our Facebook page, share our videos, all of that stuff. I mean, that's what we
I mean,
gotta
if you actually like it, we're not telling you to do it. I mean, now I feel like we're like really milking it. But
No,
I'm
but
just
if
saying,
they
you really
like
like
it-
the show, share it with
share it.
some people. See if they like it, because again, it's not that we think we're going to become famous. Okay, that's not the goal. But we do want to be able to have this conversation and talk with as many people as we can. Although Derek doesn't care. Let's be real.
No,
He really doesn't.
he's just not committed. You know.
No, he's committed, but he doesn't really care if we.
Sorry,
have it.
guys. There's like a comment from this video that I posted that keeps popping up.
I know he's got like
Sorry,
he's
it's
got to take care of
distracting.
his other video channel. No, Derek does care, but to him this is just fun, and I agree it's fun for us too. But I do want people to hear it. It's something that we're doing, so
Well,
what the-
to me, it comes down to this. No matter what you do, whether it's a podcast, whether it's just YouTube videos, whether it's play music or whatever, you strive to be better at whatever you do, and you want to reach more and more people. And it's not in many situations, it's not to make money, it's not to do this or that, it's just to be able to reach as many people as possible. And I think that's really all we're asking for. And what we want to do is, share whatever we can and try to get as many people to listen as possible and give us feedback. I mean,
and here's the thing. As much as you say, we're not looking to be rich, but I'm not going to lie and say that I don't want this to be a job. I mean, there's many people in the United States of America, around the world now, podcasting is a viable option as a career. And, Derek and I both have radio background somewhat, and Bob has a little bit of radio background in him as well. And so it's not outside the realm of possibility that this could be something that we do all the time. I mean, seriously, I'd love to do this every single day, every morning, get up, do a podcast, talk with you guys, and make it my life. So if we could make that happen, that'd be sweet. So anything that you can do to get this in the ears of other people would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that a good enough pitch?
Yeah,
I think we've been going on about that for a while.
Yeah, but
look,
wow.
we're not trying
Here,
to
let
be
me-
a dead horse. But we do spend our time and our money and all. Derek's talent to do this show, and we just want to reach people. That's
So Derek had something he wants to say. So because he said we've been beating a dead horse. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm saying that, we don't want to sound desperate or put a bunch of responsibility on you, the listener, which we're, personally, and I think it should go without saying that if you're here on Hey We're Talking and you're listening, any time you've spent with us, it's very much appreciated. But I think, we put a lot of effort and time into trying to be entertaining and fun and funny, and so we just want to do that for as many people as possible. So,
Yes.
and
Amen.
that's it. It doesn't really have anything to do with.
I'm so glad Derek just reiterated everything.
No, I know, but he had to have his moment, and I think that was good.
All
right,
thanks,
so-
Derek, that was good.
With the last, I don't know how long we did that. Now I feel bad because Derek made me feel like we talked about it too long. All right, so anyway, gotta somehow save this show. What do we do? Let's talk about jobs that are fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, we just did. We talked about being podcasters. That sounds fun to me.
So
Okay, go
that
ahead.
would be cool, but I'm gonna rattle off a couple real quick that are just
for
on the
it.
top of my head. Wouldn't it be cool to actually work like as a programmer or something for Apple? I think
I
that would
didn't.
be.
I wasn't a
pretty
programmer,
fun.
but I worked for Apple, and it was fun.
And one of the best places to work for, and I just saw an article that said they're buying small houses for their employees, would be Google.
Oh, Hooli? Nice.
Yeah, Hooli. Bob doesn't know what that is. It's from Silicon Valley. It's a TV
Never
show
saw
on
it.
HBO. It's good.
So I mean, working for Google would be pretty awesome. I mean, just some of the perks and benefits and laid back atmosphere, but expectation.
It's
to get
not
stuff
laid
done.
back, dude. The reason they give you all that stuff is because you never stop working there. You're there all the time.
You practically live there, but
Yeah.
that's like people living in the Mall of America.
When you're a millennial, that's fantastic.
Wait, who lives in the Mall of America?
There's people that do. There's condos in there. There's houses in, or there's a college in there.
serious?
Oh yeah.
A college?
Yep.
So, what is it called? The Mallage of America?
Ooh, that was not your best, but that
Yeah,
was. That
I
was
need a laugh
interesting.
track.
It was Bob guffawed, and that's all I need. If you're listening via the podcast, Bob guffawed, and that's what we need to. It's too late, Bob. You can't do it.
That was me. Did you hear it?
Can't do it. Yeah,
Say
I
the mileage of America again.
Okay, would you call it the Mileage of America, Bob? Aha! No.
It's called the National American University at Mall of America.
You know,
That
I
is stupid.
like my name better.
That is stupid. That name is stupid. I'm angry now.
Okay, well that's not.
How are you going to name a college that?
It needs to be the Mileage of America, and that would be a fun job to be at.
Okay, besides Apple and Google, Bob, who else would you think would be
That's
a good
all I
job?
had. I was hoping you
That's
guys would,
it?
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would chime in after
Here's
that.
what would be fun to me. If I knew the slightest thing about doing this, having your own craft brewery would be
That would
fun.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Not if I had to do all the work, though. I would just like to own it and be able to drink there and talk to people, but I wouldn't want to have to make all the beer. Although I would probably.
No, I mean, that's a cool process. And I've actually thought about investing and getting into that, considering the fact that I love craft beer so much.
just do your
because
own homebrew first and see if you like it.
That would be just a cool venture. I mean, that'd be awesome. And then I'd sell out to, a big beer
Anheuser-Busch.
company and just
Yeah,
be rich
you'd
and
be rich for the
that's
rest
it.
of your life. And then you could do the podcast. Then you could pay for our pod. You could pay us all to be on the podcast.
True. And if I
Yeah,
got
but-
my own beer, then I could advertise my own beer right
we
here.
could drink
But
your beer
Twyford-
on the show.
Twyford
Yeah.
would get mad at you for selling.
I know
it
you'd
out.
have to
You
find a
jerk.
way to get Kevin.
You're destroying
into-
craft beer.
You'd have to find a way to involve Kevin.
Yeah,
I
he'd
take
be
it
like
back.
the taste tester.
He would just be there to drink the beer, try it out.
Right. Hey, Kevin, come by, drink beer. Okay.
Okay, I'm there. Yeah. So that would be fun. I would also like to own a comedy club, like a stand-up comedy club. That's for me personally. That would be fun.
See, that's a tough one because if you talk to anyone who's ever owned a bar, they said it's the worst thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
So when you get a comedy club, it's kind of that bar type job, but you also have comedy and comedians to deal with.
And comedians are a pain in the ass. I
But
speak from
Scott would
experience.
figure
I
it
know,
out.
it's
He'd
not
know what to
funny.
do.
What?
Scott, you do it right though. You got it figured out.
Well, here's the thing. I always think of if you owned your own business or did something that you really love doing, just like when we're doing the podcast. Like, we can have people be a part of this that we enjoy, that we
Right.
like. So if I had a comedy club, I would try to find people that I enjoyed the person. Yeah, they'd have to be funny, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? You could weed out the people that would make your job a pain in the butt. I would just try to work with people that were cool, that were nice. It's hard to find sometimes, though, especially in entertainment.
Hi,
Let's
we're
be
only
real.
looking for cool people. Please step forward if you're cool and you can be at my comedy club.
No, but listen, let's be real. If you own the place, you can tell a guy if he's a dick, you can just be like, yeah, I don't want you to be here anymore. And then the guy never can, you can just basically toss him out on his ears, say, see you later.
Yeah, but then you got to find some other person, and maybe they're not exactly lining up to work at Scott's Comedy Club, bar,
Listen,
restaurant, pizza
comedians
place.
are lining up to stand up and tell their jokes everywhere.
Except
They're not
you.
going to run out of comedians. That's for sure. Anyway, but I would rather have the brewery, to be honest with you.
That'd be
more
awesome.
fun.
Or a distillery.
I don't care about that as much.
I think
Thanks for
the
shooting that.
atmosphere at microbrews is just way cooler.
No, Derek, I'm just not as passionate about spirits as you are.
I've
I
still
don't.
never had
I don't get
scotch.
excited about scotch that tastes like Band-Aids.
You're excited about the Holy Spirit.
I totally.
So
Hallelujah.
Derek, here, let I know we're getting close to the end here, but Derek, if I wanted to try a scotch for the very first time, what scotch would you recommend? Because I've never had scotch.
He's gonna say Lafroig 10-year.
Lafroig or Ardbeg 10-year.
Ardbeg. I say I won't get Ardbeg because I'll never remember it, but Lafroig, I guess I'll have to.
Yeah,
get it.
Lafrog. Yeah.
But it tastes like Band-Aids. He said.
I want to see
It-
what Band-Aids tastes like.
It. God,
Feel like
No,
I'm eating
people say it
scabs.
tastes like Band-Aids. Derek said it does have a
it's
medicinal.
like a quality,
Quality.
but it's not bad. You know, it's not apples to apples.
So is it
Not
the
literally. Do what?
Is it the elastic Band-Aids or just the plastic ones that don't stretch at all? The flex ones or the non-flex?
You know, it's the Band-Aid brand. You know, you
Oh,
got that.
okay.
You just got that aroma that, you know, whenever you open up the box,
It's
it
such
just
a
has
bad
that.
thing to think of when you're gonna drink something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
No,
can't
you
help
didn't
it.
say it smelled like that. You said other people said that. You didn't agree.
But no, I said it wasn't bad. But like,
Yeah.
I kind of have that idea. It's whiskey. It is whiskey. It's peaty, smoky whiskey. But when you're
It's
making
like pluff mud.
But when you're trying to, I haven't had pluff mud.
You don't need to.
I did listen to that episode.
Oh my gosh, it's
I was
so bad.
I was walking last summer. I was out
that's
trying
so
to get
horrible.
skinny, and I would turn on the Beer and Backy show and listen to it.
The what?
The thing.
Oh,
You know, there's some show that you had. But yeah, I remember the pluff mud
oh gosh.
situation.
I brought that up to Kevin Twyford the other day, and he was just he sent me a gif of a guy puking,
Yeah, that
gift?
stuff was bad.
puking up
gif?
Crystal Pepsi, which was
Gift?
even more special.
Is it
All
GIF
right.
or GIF?
GIF.
It's a gif,
It's a GIF.
a gif.
That sounds like GIF.
I think
I got
think
you
s-
a gif.
I think Scott uses these GIFs or GIFs. He
Oh yeah,
loves them.
I love them.
He loves them.
How can you not love gifs?
Well, at least Scott doesn't send you fart noises coming through your visor.
That was pretty fun. I did not, and I do not send fart noises over
I think
Boxer.
GIFs are like the meme of yesteryear. Like the meme pictures.
Yeah,
Yummy.
yeah, they totally are.
Okay. I'm done. Let
All right, we can do a
End the
whole
show,
episode on
Scott.
memes and gifs. My gosh,
No,
we could go
we're
on
not.
all day.
We're not gonna do that with our
We
dang-
have we've been really talking for a long time these last couple shows, but that's okay. We
You know
love
what?
ya.
Nobody can restrain us. We just do
Yeah.
what we want. It's our damn show. So that's it.
Whatever
If you
the
can't
hell
listen
we
to it all
want.
now, just listen to it next time you drive or something.
Yeah.
Gosh, what's
Yeah.
the big deal?
No rules, just right. Right.
Oh yeah, totally. So on that note, have a great weekend. We will talk with you guys on Monday. I don't know. I'm not even going to venture to
doesn't
say
matter.
what
We'll
exactly
talk
we're
about
talking
something
about
that'll
because
be entertaining.
I don't want to say it and then not have it happen. We might actually be talking to Danny Black though. That's something that we might be
Special
doing.
episode popping in as he tours the U.S. We'll see what happens.
All right, guys, we appreciate you, and we will see you on Monday.